I think that shift in how you portray governance from not being a red tape, bureaucratic decelerator of innovation to instead being a champion and an enablement of the key word here is responsible innovation. That conversation shift needs to happen, right? And to make that connect, you really have to boil down governance to its fundamentals without even using the word governance. For me, it comes down to a few very simple primitives. It's about data discovery. It's about data understanding, data access, and data use, all anchored on the pillar of trust, right? And if you break this apart, the easiest way that I found to explain the value of governance to someone or to get them energized is to start with the basics, which is what's in it for you? Like, why should you care about governance? And let's forget for a moment that there's even a term that's called governance. If you could discover the data that you need for your use cases with ease, if you could clearly understand the data, including when to use a piece of data versus when not to use a piece of data, if you could rest assured that when you access the data, you're doing it within the compliance boundaries and the security boundaries to keep your organization safe. If you could safely use the data, including knowing that the controls needed to prevent the misuse of the data is in place so that you cannot even accidentally sort of like do something that puts you out of your organization's compliance boundary.
Yeah.
And by the way, if all of the fundamentals needed to accomplish that was baked into a trust foundation, which you don't need to build, you don't need to operate, but instead you can just focus on doing what you do the best, creating value from the data, but doing it safely and responsibly. And if something could make all that work for you, would that not be awesome? I've yet to come across a single decision maker, who would say, like, I don't want all of that. That's governance enabling you, not governance slowing you down. And then it becomes the next level of click down, which is great. Now, how do you go accomplish that? The challenge with governance has always been that it's positioned as something that is run by a central data office, that's run by a few experts in data, versus realizing that to truly do governance well, going back to our term context, the understanding, the meaning of the business entities, the business processes, the concepts, relationships, that exists in every organizational function. It doesn't exist in any one singular function.
Yes.
To truly make governance successful, you need to make it a team sport in which players from across these organizational functions are participating and contributing to shaping the sport.